All right, so today we'll go over Dogecoin, USDT on the Bybit chart, Binance chart actually. So this should be fairly quick, very straightforward. Last time we did a video on Dogecoin, we had it right around here, right around 22 cents. I drew out this demand level, right, on the daily. So we had daily demand here. And as you can see, what has happened is price came down, tested it, and it never came back, right? It just made higher highs, higher lows ever since then, broke this local market structure, and just exploded to the upside, right? That was a 15% move to the upside. But when I was talking about it, it was right around here, so about 18% from those lows. So these demand zones are super important, as you can see. Even if I was to go ahead and then draw a 12-hour supply zone, you'll see how price reacts around that level, right? So this massive sell candle, go ahead here, draw the red box, and what's happening here? Price came up, rejected, and it looks like it's coming right back down to at least test this point of control area. And if we go ahead and zoom in a little bit more, this possibly will line up with a Fibonacci level, right? So if we go here, we can see from this low to the high, it's right around the golden pocket. And I think from the low, it might even be, yeah, so still around the golden pocket. I actually like this pull a little bit better because right here locally is a support zone, right? SR flip, price comes down. I can see it retesting this area. This would be where I would be interested in re-entering a long or just entering in general if I missed it the first time. Still keeping the same targets in mind. The market is getting extremely bullish, so I would be targeting around this area again, right? This 27 cents, but mainly targeting the previous week high, which isn't really the last week's high because it's been some time, but a weekly high is what I should say, right? So if we go ahead and just update this high really quick, update the highs and the lows, we can see it also swept the high of last week too as well. So very nice technical level. So it took the high from last week into the supply zone and just rejected, right? Once, came up again, took the high again, twice, and now it's rejecting. You could also see a massive inefficiency candle here. A lot of people say it's a fair value gap, but that's also just a magnet for a target. So yes, I am expecting price to come back down to the 23.5 cent level before making a move to the upside. It just seems like the most likely and probable outcome after having this nice 20% move to the upside. It needs to cool off a little bit. Does it have to? No, right? It can easily keep pumping from here, right? Who knows? But right now, clear bearish market structure happening on a local time frame. It is starting to find a bottom. This is also very local demand, right? Price hit it. Maybe it keeps going up from here, but in my opinion, the best area to re-enter along, targeting higher, is around 23.8 cents. And then if we do get that push to that weekly high, which I talked about, from that level, that is around 20%, another 20% or 30% to this range high, right? And as you can see, this is clearly just higher highs and higher lows. So I would not be surprised if this level holds and we just end up targeting higher resistance levels. And for Dogecoin, that's really sitting at here, right, around 42 cents, which means from where I'd like, that's a 80 to 85% move to the upside, or possibly 110% move to the upside, right? So very, very bullish in my opinion. Great bullish market structure. Loving the price action on Dogecoin. Very clean, very straightforward. And that's pretty much it. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below with a project you'd like to see me chart. But I am liking Dogecoin. Look for a long entry at around 23.5 cents. Not financial advice, but that's what I'm going to be looking for. And to be honest, the way how bullish this market is, I would just be holding it, targeting 42 cents or even 48 cents, right? I think it will get there in a couple more months, maybe by November, mid-November, December, we'll see. But yeah, Dogecoin looking very nice, very healthy. And yeah, like and subscribe. Take care.